Hello everyone, and today we will tell you about the film in which two professionals in their field are stuck in the most guarded prison in the world, under the name Red Notice 2021. John, being an agent, arrives at the exhibition to prevent a crime. Inspector Das immediately orders the building to be cordoned off, adding that the most wanted thief in the world, Nolan, is preparing to steal Cleopatra's egg. The main object of the exhibition. After checking the data from the thermal imager, it can be understood that for some reason the egg does not reflect heat. John immediately takes a soda to confirm that the egg has already been stolen. The hall is blocked, but Nolan runs away, simultaneously changing clothes and merging with the crowd. John opens the doors and quickly goes out to Nolan, who skillfully shortens the path. It remains to climb the beams to the upper floor. Where John was already waiting for him and ordering him to hand over the egg, they were distracted by an agent leading the chase outside the building. At the same time, luck is on Nolan's side, and he calmly descends the pipe and easily escapes. Bali, 56 hours later, Nolan arrives at his little house, but John was already here with the local special forces, which shocked Nolan. An egg was seized from him. By this time, Nolan had already escaped from prison 6 times. But this time, they chose the worst place for him. Although before that, John notices that Nolan is not interested in money. He wants to run away and prove to someone that he is better than others. A little later, someone replaces the egg, and although John suspected something, he never manages to find the egg. 32 hours later, Dast finally finds the missing egg, but there is also a small flaw in why John received several $1 million on the day the egg disappeared. Of course, John is trying to convey that he is innocent, but she doesn't care. She has already prepared a special place. Russia, John arrives at the most dangerous prison in the world, from which it is simply impossible to escape, because the prison is on top of a mountain, and the only way out is a suspension bridge. His cellmate will be Nolan. He understands perfectly well that they were fooled by another, the most wanted thief Rook. He also mentions why everyone wants to get an egg. An Egyptian billionaire is ready to give $300 million if the thief manages to distribute all 3 eggs on his daughter's wedding day. However, no one in the world knows where the 3rd egg is hidden. The second one belongs to the gun baron, whose parties are held in complete anonymity, and it is there that his treasures are stored. As a friend, Nolan starts shouting at the whole dining room that John is not a cop. Yes, he is from the FBI, but this is completely different. All this is noticed by one of the walkers. John tries to steer everything in a peaceful direction, but the big guy has other plans. He starts a fight, and while the prisoners praise the big guy, the cops take the duo away. John immediately orders not to joke like that, but they are distracted by the patrol because the boss, who is a Rook, is waiting for them. In 48 hours, she intends to steal the 2nd egg, and the 3rd will help find Nolan. After all, he knows where it's hidden. He just didn't want to tell John, and if they don't give a positive answer, they are going to have the worst days of their lives. The duo is transferred to hard labor, where they decide to become a team. A new day is coming. Nolan has already come up with an escape plan consisting of 3 stages. First, they have to mix soap and pure glycerin with nitric acid, producing a powerful explosion, followed by a fight. Well, step 2 was completed on the first day. That scene in the dining room was just to steal the key card. It remains to pull out a pebble and expose the window of freedom. You just need to walk along the cliff in the hope that no one will slip or John will ensure. Already on the takeoff pad, the guard does not notice the duet because he is looking through Putin's photos to Russian songs. John immediately starts shooting back, while Nolan knocks out the pilot and starts the helicopter. At the same time, the guard manages to direct the RPG at John because he is a machine. The bridge is destroyed, but Nolan, not wanting to lose his comrade, opens fire with a minigun, suppressing the guards. That's enough time for John to jump on board. The guard takes aim at John again, but he just opens another door, releasing a rocket. London, the Rook, captures an information analyst to hack his computer and send a message to Interpol that their friends have escaped. They have already contacted a friend of Nolan's named Tanbe, and he has a brand new plane for them, including a plan of the gun baron's house. According to their strategy, in order to get into the warehouse, it is necessary to use a secret loophole concerning security systems. It is obvious that every inch of the house is under surveillance. There are 2 armed guards at each door, which change in accordance with the signal of the changing of the guard, which lasts only 45 seconds. There are 87 cameras installed throughout the house, without any blind spots. The doors to the vault are protected by a half-meter titanium door with a biological lock, and deep fake will help them in this. The password itself must be found in their victim's phone. The duo arrives at the party, and while John pretends to be a guest, Nolan is a waiter. John quickly finds the Rook, which is amazed by his disguise, but their communication is interrupted by the Baron, from whom John immediately steals the phone. Without even suspecting that there is an FBI agent among them, the Baron begins to make a speech, activating the second step. Nolan douses John with wine, allowing the guards to take him to the bathroom, where he can hide behind the door and hack into the cameras. The timer is activated for 45 seconds to go on duty and enter the Baron's room. The titanium door instantly falls due to some deep forgery, exposing all the treasures, although it is noticed by the guards, including Agent Dawes. John instantly knocks out the gun and locks the door, but by this time the Rook had penetrated the vault. The battle had begun, and they didn't stand a chance against Wonder Woman. At the very end, the Baron himself visits them, because he was on the side of the Rook from the very beginning. A new day comes. The duo comes to their senses already being shackled. It remains to find out where the third egg is hidden with the help of special tests by John himself. Nolan, not wanting to see how he is tortured, still admits where the third egg can be found. To be more precise, in Egypt itself, it remains to drink champagne, knock out the Baron, and as soon as he comes to, he immediately opens fire. One of the bullets breaks the handcuffs, freeing the duo, but the exit from the basement leads them straight to the bull ring, and they both run for their lives. A little later, John admits that his father was the best thief, but one day he disappeared, abandoning his family, showing that they are quite similar and only together they can win. Nolan still says that after the Second World War, a German officer went to Argentina taking a small suitcase. For the next 70 years, enthusiasts have been trying to find Hitler's secret bunkers somewhere in South America, including his father, who one day bought a watch of the same German, inside which the coordinates were hidden. A few days later, they still managed to find a secret passage, and surprisingly, the light is still working. A whole warehouse was waiting for them behind the armored door, where the third egg was hiding. However, they are distracted by a Rook that did not buy his story, when suddenly a DAS agent joins their meeting, opening fire together with special forces. All that remains is to jump into an armored car and break through a hidden passage. Unaware that a cliff was waiting for them at the very end, Nolan quickly gets ashore along with the egg. But he doesn't notice John and leaves the dream of his whole life in order to save his friend, who got ashore in the same way and kissed the Rook. After all, they have always been together. Cairo, the Egyptian billionaire, finally gets blood, but Daz breaks into the party and blood is withdrawn. Sardinia, 6 months later, Nolan finally finds a couple from whom he has already stolen all their money. And he has a job for them, but already for 3 people. This is where the film comes to an end. Well, the Secret Recap channel was with you. We hope that you liked this issue. Write about it in the comments. See you very soon. Bye.